This episode of the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast is brought to you by Mike Monster, apparel designed with MCs and rappers in mind. Rep yourself right and get the gear that lets you be a monster behind the mic. Mike Monster. MikeMonster.com. Fans of the show that use promo code BROSBEFORE4ELBOWS will receive 20% off their purchase. Go to MikeMonster.com to claim your gear. Mike Monster.
All the way from Oregon, Arizona, and North Carolina, your hosts, Anthony, Tommy, and Theron. It's the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast.
What's the dude's name that's on
Peter Rosenberg?
That's his name. Yeah, him.
What about him?
I don't know.
He's on the pre-shows?
I don't know. I know Joe Budden got into a fight with the Migos at the BET Hip Hop Awards.
Dude, what was about that? I saw a clip on Twitter, and he just seemed upset, and then he
wasn't. He just said, like, Joe Budden's, like, a very down-to-earth. I think he's almost like a hipster that met a hip-hop guy that met a guy that likes hookah and cocaine. And he's just very real. So he's like, why are we talking to the Migos? Like, I don't care about the Migos. But he's also now pursuing a career as I don't know what you call it, like a journalist kind of. So he was part of the BET Hip Hop Awards, like, interview cast and crew. And, you know, the Migos apparently suck at interviews. Like, they're just not good interviews per se. Kind of like Bailey sucks on the mic. But so wow. I guess he just got tired of shots fired. Now what? So he just got tired of the interview, and he was like, "Let's wrap it up." And like he was interviewing, it was him and Academics, who I guess is another interview person. And the Migos just weren't. I don't know. It was kind of like Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose. You know what I'm saying?
All right. It was just uneventful.
Yeah, and he just got up and left, but apparently the interview was a lot longer. And his whole thing was, I just don't really care about the Migos. Why are we interviewing them? You know, I like them as a group, but they're not good at interviewing. So why are we wasting our time? That was it. Yeah. What that has to do with wrestling? I don't know. LeVar Ball was on Monday Night Raw, so you know.
I was confused about that too, but I guess
you don't know who LeVar Ball is?
I don't know who this guy is. Apparently, he's big ballin', bro.
You don't watch basketball like that.
Yeah,
nah,
big baller brand.
Unless the Blazers are playing, right? That's
sometimes, man. Dude, sports with me, it's like
anymore. Okay.
it's not my like. Oh, dude, this freaking game is on right now. Like I'm just, I'm sure at some point I'll get like that, but right now in my sports life, it's just all right. Golf. It's Monday night. It's wrestling. Oh, golf. I don't even watch golf, dude. I don't even know who won.
No, you play golf.
Oh, I play golf. Oh, yeah, of course. I love golf, dude.
LeVar Ball is just a giant big mouth. He's kind of like worse than like Slick Rick from the 80s with Hakeem the African Dream. That's what I akin him to. He just talks a lot of trash. And his son was like the number 2 pick in this year's draft. He got drafted by the Lakers. Like, this is the whole thing. And you know, his son made shoes that are $500 a pair.
And they're ugly.
And if you get but someone said they were hot.
Yeah,
who was it? I think it was one of our regulars at the bar.
Who's your source? Who's your source that said, "quote, these are hot"?
Was it Migos?
No, it was this kid. It was this guy Rob that comes into our restaurant a lot. I think it was him. He was like, "I'm not spending $500, but the shoes look nice." I was like, what? Are we looking at the same shoe?
Rob, what's your deal, bro? Why you loving on these shoes?
Shout out Rob, man. He's down with the Maharaja.
Not really. Sweet. Hey, what's up, Rob? Thanks for listening to the show.
Down with the Golden State Warriors, and
is he up at the Punjabi prison match?
He might be down with that too. I don't know. Why did Lonzo Ball wear his slides to the ring? Does anyone know? Like, did you notice he had slippers on?
He wore socks and sandals.
Oh, that's what slides are called. Got it. Okay.
Bro.
I was like, what are slides, dude?
Like biscuit.
Those slides like $200.
$300.
Bro, who's wearing slippers to the club? You're gonna spill some on it, dude. What the hell? Why? Dude, you go to the bat, dude. Don't even.
Butler wore slippers to the club the one time I saw him out in Scottsdale. One of my last nights out there, when Jimmy Butler was like a rookie. This girl that he was talking to, that I was also trying to talk to, she was like, "Yeah, come to such and such." So we're in the club, and I find she's me. I'm just a direct TV sales guy. I don't have a chance. And then he shows up and he's got like sweatpants and slides on. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, how'd you get in the club like that? Like, what's up? Like, why can't I get in the club like that? It's my funny story for the night.
Well, thank you for tuning in to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. We have extended banter. I just let it happen, and there's a lot of good nuggets that come from the opening banter. But this is episode 53, and we took last week off. Lots of things were happening. Schedules get crazy, but we are back, and we are full of action. We are ready to take on the mic and tell everyone, Wee's back. Wee's back. Wee's back. That's our chant. Wee's back.
Very good.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's all I got. But hey, this episode brought to you by Mike Monster. I just got my t-shirts, by the way, and they are sick. Super sick. They feel really good. I like the material. I like the print. And yeah, they're great. I got the black t-shirt, and I also got the pink one.
I like the pink one, man. It looks cool. The black one looks really cool too.
Yeah, super cool. What was that there?
I want the pink one. I'm into like a pastel style right now. So.
Oh, all right. Yeah, dude. Add to your collection. Add to your wardrobe.
It's a new hot summer look.
Ooh.
My boy wants the black one. I gotta order them though, but I'm getting them soon.
Hey, man. MikeMonster.com.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. Seriously, use promo code Bros Before Elbows. 20% discount. It'd be pretty sweet. So let's jump into this episode here. We were talking about Punjabi prison match. We were also talking about LeVar Ball, so the Raw segment with The Miz. We were also just chit-chatting and getting in tons of things I think we're going to talk about. That's going to take up a lot of time, of course, as always, because that's fun. Carmella. We will absolutely talk about Carmella on this week's episode. We will absolutely talk about Ellsworth, my man. Ellsworth finally gets the heat on him, dude, and the crowd literally tells him he sucks. I think that's the first time I've heard that, at least. Everybody's always been a crowd favorite of Ellsworth. But nonetheless, welcome to the show. My hosts, Tommy, and my other host, Theron.
They're here.
Hey, what's up, man? Ellsworth.
Let's jump onto that real quick. So, only because that's like the most, we just had Money in the Bank 2 weeks ago, and, it was last Sunday?
No, it was
a week ago. Right?
It was the Sunday before last.
Okay, got it. Oh, man, I get my days mixed up. But nonetheless, controversy. Ellsworth gets the briefcase, hands it to Carmella. The next night, I believe, Carmella cuts the greatest promo for her character. That was a dynamite promo. So, yeah, and then it turns out Daniel Bryan's like, okay, we're going to redo the match. And then that was last night, right? Getting my days right?
Yeah,
yes.
they redid the match. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, they redid the match, and she wins. Fair, clean. She did it. I mean, Ellsworth was there, but he took a shot to the top rope.
It makes no sense. Like, why did they just... they went through all that, and they went and built it out for 2 weeks, and they just went back to the same result. I mean, I just don't... If they're going to do that, why'd they go back to the same... I don't know,
Because of Carmella's abs. Not really. That's not the real reason. I mean, I don't know if they were planning from the beginning. Were they planning from the beginning to have 2 matches? Or was it just the backlash from the fans? Because WWE kind of listens to the fans. I don't really know. I don't really think anyone else should have won the rematch. I told you Carmella would win this match, and I think that was the only pick I got right in all of the Money in the Bank matches from my picks. So I was happy to see her win the first time, even though it was Ellsworth who tarnished the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match. You climb that ladder and you grab that briefcase. That's like cementing your legacy in history as the next champion, unless you're Damien Sandow or I think John Cena also had an unsuccessful cash-in, or somebody else. So he kind of messed that up. And that's what makes him the perfect heat right now. I don't like James Ellsworth anymore.
What?
I just
He's
don't
so
like him
great,
anymore.
dude.
He's out here with his hats and his 2006 hip hop swag. Like that's what he's wearing. Is stuff that people wore in '06. Like I don't even think gangsters or thugs or whatever in the hood, they don't even wear baggy clothes like that anymore. Like they wear jeans that kind of fit, and then they sag them, and then they get the Louis belt, and then they tuck the t-shirt into their boxer briefs so you can see that their belt is Louis. That's hot. James Ellsworth is not hot.
Do you really expect James Ellsworth to be hot with the fashion trends of the day?
Kind of. But I mean, if you're getting styled by the princess of Staten Island, but I think, it did kind of suck. Like I watched all this through like WWE Network highlights, and I thought that maybe Becky Lynch would win, but of course she doesn't win. Of course Carmella wins. Carmella cuts a sick promo on SmackDown last week, and then I want to say she had another decent one this week. I don't know though. I like the idea. I think she'd be a great SmackDown Women's Champion. She could follow in the footsteps of Alexa Bliss. I don't know how I feel about Ellsworth. I guess he's the perfect valet. I think I tweeted that today. Maybe. It was either me or the match.
No, you're absolutely right. He's the perfect valet, and Carmella has so much heat on her, so much heat, dude. That promo, like, what I love about it is it solidified her character as a heel, right?
Yeah.
Like that to me is like cool. So yeah, maybe WWE listened to the fans and were like, oh god, what are we gonna do? I mean, they could have gotten away with it. That's whatever, but they redid the match and she won. So to me, it's like perfect, good. She's going to be a great heel. And most importantly, she's going to play really good head games.
Sorry.
She's going to play really good, like, she's going to come out probably during every championship match. And who knows when she's going to cash in, but she is that. I can see her being a really cerebral character. Who
did she cash in on? Naomi?
Ooh, it's a good question.
Might not even make it that far. I mean,
who's going to beat Naomi? Like Naomi, she has 2 matches with Lana in 2 weeks. They had a good match at Money in the Bank. It was actually pretty, like, for Lana, I was like, this is actually okay. Like, she doesn't look like Dana Brooke in the ring. Like, this is decent. I didn't really get to see much of the second match. It was mostly highlighted, so it was shortened, but it was almost like Naomi was just like, all right, I'm done messing with you. And then she just beat her within like 30 seconds after that. But who beats Naomi? Natalya? Charlotte? Not Tamina. I don't ever want to see that. Like, who is Carmella going to take the belt? It has to be a face, right? Like, it can't. I mean, I guess it could be Naomi, but I'm just tired of Naomi as the champion. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not feeling the glow. Okay.
All right, that's fair, dude. That's fair. That's fair.
I like my hair. I don't want to be bald.
I think she needs a better feud. Naomi doesn't have a signature feud yet. I think, maybe I'm trying. If she can get like a good feud at Becky, I think I like to see a face versus face feud, like Becky Lynch and Naomi have a feud. Then maybe Carmella catches on the winner.
Why does everyone like Becky Lynch so much?
Because she's a really good wrestler. She puts on really entertaining matches, dude.
So why does she lose every time?
Hey, man. Ask Bray Wyatt, bro.
Wait, what?
Oh,
it's
man.
Two totally different caricatures.
But hang on. Like, in all fairness, like, a lot of the times Becky's losing, it's like not big matches. What I mean is, like, a lot of people in the match. It seems like if she's wrestling, it's like a 6-pack challenge, or,
there's other factors.
She gets screwed. Yeah. But here's an idea to kind of go along with what Tommy was saying, having Becky versus Naomi. I think it was Tommy that said it, but Becky versus Naomi, because Naomi, if you think about it, it could play a really good heel character, right? She could go on saying, I've defended my title even when I didn't have to. I'm a fighting champion. Like, you all should love me. Because she kind of gives off that persona. You know what I mean? She gives off that vibe of like, yeah, I'm your champion. Like, you should love me. But, I could see her being the heel in that feud. Like Becky being the face.
Is she a good wrestler?
Naomi? She's getting better.
Yeah, she's decent.
Yeah, I think so,
She's pretty athletic. She's like, you sleep on her like you sleep on Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox is actually pretty good.
Yeah, man. They're all getting better. They're all getting better, which is really good. So, and
Don't
I think
sleep on Paige, though. Paige is like still in WWE. I think they cleared her. I don't know. I know she was getting tested, so she comes back. She should definitely come back as a heel. She can jump in there. And then you also have the greatest couple in the history of the WWE.
Forgot about that.
Better than the Macho Man, Randy Savage and Elizabeth. Cooler than Sensational Sherry and Shawn Michaels. And more dominant, and I'm saying this now, than Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. You heard it here first.
Wow.
Whoa.
Mike and Maria Kanellis. So there you have it. You know, that's a heel faction right there. So I don't know. The women's division could get real interesting real fast.
All right.
I like Maria. I think Mike is just completely like overrated as a wrestler.
No, dude,
Yes,
Mike
is,
Bennett is the man. He's the miracle. Don't you believe in miracles?
I just don't believe in his wrestling skills, man. He's just like, I've seen him enough in ROH, and maybe he's improved since then. Maybe he improved since then.
But he's been some sort of champion in both, right? Was he a champion in TNA?
He was not a champion in ROH. He was just a good, really
I
good
thought he had a
character.
title. What was that pink title they had? That wasn't his.
maybe
That was hers.
Yeah, I think it was her.
What?
I think
He
it
just
was
made
her.
it pink. Okay, well, she's
really good. She's good.
He's her James Ellsworth, but he can wrestle.
Okay, that's true. It's a good signing by SmackDown. It's cool to see they went right to SmackDown, kind of skipped NXT.
Yeah, I thought that was cool, man. I'm excited to see him. I'm excited to see where. Yeah, and just like Darren was saying, it's gonna be a good mix-up in the women's division.
I don't know her angle though. Like right now, it looks like they're gonna feud with Sammy, as if he hasn't had enough feuds with heels. Like
With Sami Zayn?
Yeah,
With Zayn. Yeah, okay. All right.
They were doing their like greatest couple ever thing, and he like came out because he had a match and interrupted it. So that that starts that feud. But yeah, man, I like Carmella as Miss Money in the Bank, the first one. I still think Becky Lynch will get another title reign somewhere, or maybe she goes over to Raw. Raw's kind of their women's division's kind of, I don't know. I mean, Alexa's up there at the top, and I'm still.
You got Emma, bro.
Yeah. Emma should have won that 6-pack challenge with
that gauntlet match. But that was a good match, dude. Hands down, that was a
really
great
good
match.
Yeah, it was.
All right, hey, we got to take a quick little break, and when we get back, let's talk about Raw. Let's talk about what was going down.
We could just jump back and forth. I don't even think we're done with SmackDown yet.
Yeah, that's fine, bro. Yeah, we can jump back and forth. But hey, this episode is brought to you by Mike Monster, MikeMonster.com. Check it out. It's apparel. It's designed for MCs and rappers and wrestling fans, pro wrestling fans, because nothing's crazier and more crazy than pro wrestling fans. So hey, check it out. Go to MikeMonster.com.
Go to MikeMonster.com.
And check out our official T-shirt. I just got mine. Theron got his. Tommy's getting his.
Exclusive.
Get your official Bros Before Elbows tee. Use Bros Before Elbows as a promo code. That's the number 4, and you'll score 20%.
Be sure to follow Mike Monster
off of your
on
purchase.
Facebook and Instagram for the latest
Let's get back to the show here. So SmackDown.
MikeMonster.com.
Let's get back to the SmackDown realm here. So Carmella is Money in the Bank champ, or Money in the Bank, Miss Money in the Bank. Naomi is still WWE Women's champ. Becky keeps getting punked. I don't know. Okay, what else happened on SmackDown?
The New Day is getting a second straight tag team title match.
Yeah, where did this come? Where the hell did this come from? Because Hype Bros get punked. Like, I mean, they lose the match. That sucks. Damn, I was behind them, bro.
The Hype Bros ended up losing, which this could be a nugget for the separation of the Hype Bros, as if enough tag teams haven't broken up recently between NXT and WWE with DIY and Enzo and Cass. We'll get to that later.
Ooh.
That's great.
Somebody could turn in that group. Zack Ryder's not exactly hype. He's just kind of there. Could be time for his Long Island Ice Z. I don't know. Or they could stay together and just, kind of job around. But I don't know why they knew they'd get another title match. They didn't beat anybody. They just came out and they were like, hey, backlash, rematch. They challenged them and they accepted. That's how it happened.
Yeah, I guess that's like the easiest answer. That's just the same thing with like Lana and Naomi. It's like, why is Lana getting another shot? Because she asked for it and the champ said yes.
I still like the Usos though. I mean, their little rhyming and going off each other gimmick. Usos
are cool, dude. I'm a fan of the Usos. I like this gimmick, dude. I'm digging it, especially the back and forth. The promos are really fun. Tommy, what do you think? Dude, the Usos used to be boat riding Samoans in their little dance, and now they're like crazy. They're gangster, dude, showing that Louis.
I think that's. I mean, it seems like they've been trying to be like heels for a while, but they finally got a chance, and I think they're just taking the ball and running with it. And I thought they were good faces too. They probably wore out their welcome. But I like when they teamed like with Daniel Bryan against the Wyatt family, or they teamed with John Cena against the Wyatt family. They played good good as like the stuff that something the kids could get behind as a tag team with painted faces and stuff. So I think they milked all that for all that was worth, and then now they're showing their heel side. I think they're doing good, man. They're letting they're getting better on the mic because they never really got a chance to be on the mic as faces. So I like it, man. I think they got good personalities, and they've always been pretty good in the ring. So they always had a cool move set. So I like it. I hope they don't. I kind of hope they don't lose the New Day, even though I like the New Day.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. Do you think they should retain at the next pay-per-view?
Yes.
You think they should? Yeah, man. Maybe try to drag it out to SummerSlam. I think they're worthy of it. I think they've proven they deserve that, but I don't know. SmackDown really loves the New Day because they've like hyped up their debut so much.
Yeah.
So it feels like they should get a belt eventually, but I don't know. Maybe they'll go after a singles belt.
What about the if we're just talking tag teams? What did you think of the latest Fashion Files? Did you see it?
No, I missed it, man. What happened?
Fashion fights. Yeah.
They they had that match at Money in the Bank that pointed the finger to Ascension as being the ones that attacked old Breezy, but basically the Ascension, like they have them in like an interrogation room and they question them. They're like, it wasn't us, and they show them the picture of the stick figures and they're like, yeah, that's not us. And then they like bribe them with some tickets. I don't know who that person was. Like some tickets to a concert, and they're like, we only listen to grunge metal, but maybe it was like I don't know, maybe it was like Boy George. I'm not sure. They ended up taking the tickets. They said it wasn't them. So now old Breezango still has to figure out who attacked Tyler, which it's probably American Alpha. Because who else would it be?
So is this an opportunity for American Alpha to change, not only like, turn heel, but could they actually change like costume and like appearance?
That'd be crazy.
I mean, they could, but didn't the Usos already do that? Like, are we just reading?
I'm not saying they have to dress exact. They should. Actually, they should. That's a great idea, Theron. They should dress exactly like the Usos. Oh, dude. American Alpha-ish. That should be their merch, dude.
I think that the idea would be like, we're American Alpha. We're awesome. We're cocky. We attacked you because we're awesome and we're cocky. We're still going to wear Steiner singlets, but we're bad guys now. Pure
okay.
Us. I just moved to Ohio 5 minutes ago, so I should be the U.S. champion. Did y'all see that segment? That was last week.
That was silly. That was really silly. But hey, he got a match, dude. He did. I think he did fairly well.
And he lost to a respectable opponent.
Yeah, dude's Kevin Owens, bro. You can't just skyrocket Gable.
Yeah, and speaking of skyrockets, what's the skyrocket status of AJ Styles?
Like, AJ can play any character, dude. He can be on any level, dude. Any level.
He was the face of SmackDown Live. Now he's in like the U.S. title picture, kind of. But is that where he should be?
I think they're teasing it. You know what? I've thought about this long and hard. I think it's a great idea. You have Kevin Owens as the champ right now. If AJ Styles were to carry the U.S. title, that means you have to beat AJ Styles to get that belt. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the idea of like when John Cena had it for so long. It's like you have to beat John Cena to get this belt. And it was Kevin Owens, and then it switched hands a few times. I believe it did. Yeah, it switched hands a few times. Jericho's had it. So it's kind of cool that that belt would get more prestige. I think it would put it to like the Intercontinental second level status.
Yeah, and the thing is, the U.S. title is rich in history. It's just, I think, there's been a lot of people that have held it.
It's been treated like, it's just been treated as like like, okay, it's your turn to hold this. Like, it's your turn to carry this. It never really had much, love and honor behind it.
No, not recently. like in WCW, it was like I think Sting was a champion, maybe Stone Cold Steve Austin, like people like that. But now it's just like, well, now it's better. But for a while, it was just like I don't even know. I
Well, there
think
were
Dean
so many
Ambrose
belts
had it
in
for like
circulation.
500 days, and no one even knew what.
Oh, yeah, that's so true, dude.
That's very true.
No, there were so many belts at the time when it was just Raw and SmackDown as one show. They had like 2 world heavyweight belts. I mean, it's kind of the same thing now with like the Universal Champ and the WWE Champ. But I don't know. It just felt like there was a lot of belts in circulation. But this, if you're gonna have tag belts, both brands, rad. If you're gonna have like a second place belt, have that. You know, and
Why not have a TV champion? I don't understand.
I love that idea, dude. You have to defend it every week. It just means it changes hands frequently. Like that's cool to me. I've always loved that idea.
The old hardcore belt where it changed hands all the time.
Yeah,
Do
man.
something. You can even go with the rules of WCW. It's got to have a 15-minute time limit.
You can have some draws. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Especially if you're defending it all the time, like that's fair.
It just gives some of these singles wrestlers something to do. I don't know. Was Shinsuke Nakamura on TV this week? I didn't see him. Was he there? Did he do anything?
I think it started a feud of Corbin. I read about it, but I don't.
Oh no, they
did.
It did have a match. You're right.
I love Shinsuke, man. He's so good. He's so good. Dan, hang on. I gotta make a point on this for Shinsuke real quick. Superfan Dan always says that Shinsuke is booked exactly like Roman Reigns. He's like this underdog, and that he like kicks out of everything. He's got some point to that, but at the same time, I love Shinsuke Nakamura.
Man, I'm kind of with Dan there, man. I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm agreeing with Superfan Dan. I don't know if everyone's saying how good he's connecting with the main roster, but I'm seeing a little bumps, dude. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's the moveset or like the language barrier, but I just don't see him getting as over as like as well as he could, or as well as he did in NXT. He's on the main roster so far.
In the pay-per-view when he got like beaten up, when he finally came to the ring, like hobbled out there, I want to say at one point the music either stopped or it had stopped for like 5 minutes, and they just started doing his song. Like,
I think that his song's over. It's just like Bobby Roode. His song's over. His song's more over than the wrestler. I feel like his song,
everybody loves Bobby Roode, dude. No, they don't.
No, I feel like him and Bobby Roode had like that syndrome where their song is more over than the rest. Yes, man. I'm starting a new theory right now.
I can't believe it, dude. I refuse to believe that, dude.
I don't think so. I think
don't
you
know.
still have Shinsuke. You still have the chance to see Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles.
That was cool. And then Money in the Bank where they did the face off. They started just beating each other. That was rad. I don't know.
Later.
I don't know. Maybe I need to see him see how he goes with his Corbin feud, but because his Ziggler feud was okay, it was all right. But I feel like he needs to get over more. I don't know. He maybe needs to get knocked down a little bit more. Maybe he shouldn't be built like Roman Reigns, like Dan said. Maybe Dan's got a point. He's our super fan. He knows the stuff.
That's why I had to bring that up, dude. So it's valid points, dude. Valid points. Exactly. Crazy, man. Freaking SmackDown, dude. What a great show.
Do you think it's still great?
Absolutely, dude. Oh man, SmackDown and Raw are coming to Phoenix, and I'll be in town next week, but doubt I'll be able to go. But nonetheless, I was telling
back days. That's cool.
Oh, it's so rad, dude. So rad.
Am I not
Bros
there?
Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes and YouTube. Download from Podbean and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Just search Bros Before Elbows.
That's crazy. 4. But I was telling Tommy that I've noticed, dude, the SmackDown crowd is wild, dude. The SmackDown crowd was so much more alive than the Raw crowd when I went. When Superfan Dan and I went to Raw and SmackDown in Portland. So
I think that's the time. I think that's the time thing. Is because it's 2 hours, or just because it's like booked better, or what?
I don't know, dude. Something about the fans they were more like energetic. They were more just like rowdy for excitement.
It's because Raw stories aren't as fun. They're I don't know what it is. The chemistry is either not as good, or lately the stories have been a little cooler. But Raw is just, I don't know. You watch it and you're like, oh, Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. I feel like I've seen that before. Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. I know I've seen that before. 205 Live. Great. 5 minutes of my time I'll never get back. And then the women's division, like I said, is just, it's kind of taking like a little nosedive. I also read that Bayley was going to kind of not be as featured for the foreseeable future. Like, I don't know.
Do you agree with that, Theron? You seem kind of troubled by this.
I think they should. You can't really make her a heel. Like, she's too nice. I disagree. I mean, she's one of their better wrestlers. Like, you don't have Charlotte. You're knocking Bayley down for who? Like Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks, or what? Sasha Banks or Alexa Bliss versus what's that big chick's name? Nia Jax. Like, I don't think Nia Jax is there yet. I think Bayley needs to help still carry the Raw torch. And if you kind of take her off TV and you're gonna put like Dana Brooke over her, that's wrong. Now, if it's like Emma, that's cool, but still, like you can't just knock down someone that was your champion not even 3 months ago. Like, what?
Yeah, and the champion that ended Charlotte's streak, nonetheless.
Yeah, and they didn't even give that any validity. They give that no validity. Like, oh, she's the champion. Cool. Alexa Bliss wins both women's titles. Oh, great. Like, they still kind of treat the women bad there. That's probably why Gail Kim will never come back. But,
I can see her in SmackDown.
That'd be awesome.
Gail Kim? Oh, yeah. But I think that they're saving a spot for, what's her name?
Asuka?
That's her name. Her.
Oh, my gosh. Asuka.
Yes. They got to bring her. She's had like an amazing match last night, which last woman standing match of Nikki Cross on NXT.
Oh, I didn't see it, dude.
Don't spoil that. I'm about to watch it after this.
I heard it was like almost match of the year, like one of them, like a candidate.
Whoa.
Maybe. Yeah.
Bayley versus Sasha Banks was match of the year.
True.
Wait, that was tonight, right? On Wednesday.
Yeah. It's airing tonight.
Oh, just aired. Oh my God.
It's airing tonight. Yeah, I think they might already taped it. Yeah, I kind of want to watch it. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Will it be better than Bobby Lashley versus Alberto El Patron?
Man, get that crap out of here. Get that nonsense out of
with King Mo and Bobby Lashley's corner because Donald Trump couldn't be there.
Whatever. What were we talking about? We were talking about something cool. We were talking about oh gosh, lost my train of thought.
The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and ROH World Title reign.
Just jump it all.
Oh my gosh, dude! No, dude. Oh man. What? No, Tommy. What were we talking about? We were talking about
Raw.
I don't remember. Gail can't. Raw.
It's that time.
Raw's women division, maybe.
Oh, saving. Yeah. Okay.
Saving Bayley. Yeah.
I could see her being evil.
Should she go bad now? She might as well.
No, not yet. She might.
Oh,
she was
Asuka,
such a good face in NXT.
Saying. Yeah, we're talking about Asuka for a hot second.
Oh, what? It was literally a second.
Everybody refocus.
This show has gone off the rails. All right, hey, since it has, let's just take a quick little break here. And hey, you're listening to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Podbean, YouTube. Check out our Facebook page. Give us a like and a share. And check us out on Twitter. Constant banter on Twitter. That's where we're most active throughout the week. So be sure to follow us at Bros Before, the number 4 Elbows. And share us, like us, follow us, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And don't forget to go to MikeMonster.com. Pick up your official Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast t-shirt. Use promo code Bros Before Elbows. It's the number 4. Score yourself 20% off of your purchase, so you can buy multiple things like other tees and other pieces of apparel. All right, back to the show. Asuka is amazing and is like been a champ for 1,000 days, and I just made that number up, but she's doing amazing. And I think here's my prediction: I have not seen the last woman standing match, but she could legitimately lose the title this way and still maintain her never been pinned, never submitted. Because if she's knocked out, she's never been pinned, she's never submitted, but she loses the title. I think this would be, and I don't want to see it end, but if it does end, I would accept this. That if it ends tonight, I'd be okay with it because she hasn't been pinned. And she has not submitted. She merely just passed the F out, got knocked the F out.
That'd be kind of cool, dude.
I think that fake Ronda Rousey is going to be the one that beats her. Not Nikki.
Wait, who's the fake Ronda Rousey?
Well, who?
I don't know her name. I just call her fake Ronda Rousey.
She's in NXT. She's in NXT right now.
Yeah, she was in the.
I don't know.
I can't think of her name. She just, she's a former MMA chick or maybe boxer. She's pretty much a BAMF. She's pretty vicious. She beats people up for fun. She likes beating people up. She's kind of like that tweener character. Like, you may like me, you may not like me. I don't really care. That's if Nikki Cross don't do it or Ruby Riott. But I feel like they're just milking Asuka. Like, they're just gonna keep milking her until they're ready to bring her up. And I haven't seen anything about them ready to bring her up yet. So,
but hang on, let me ask you this question. Then, how does she lose it, and who does she lose it to? How and who? Sure, fake, but how though? She's the one that pins
kicks her in the head, and then she just pins her 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's stupid, dude. See, you can't. No, it has to be. It can't just be like, now she's finally pinned. It has to, whoever becomes that person to do that, their story has to be built really well. I don't know. That's my opinion on it.
How did Goldberg lose the title when he lost?
Shenanigans, the cattle prod by Kevin Nash.
Is that how it was?
Right. Cattle prodded.
Oh man. Right. Oh jeez, that's crazy. Tonight would be the night for her to drop the belt because this would be like the only way for her to go out. Much like Lesnar, like Lesnar's last world title reign, where he wasn't pinned, Oh, that was at WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, that was a couple wrestlers. That was like 3 years ago already. Wow, maybe 2. How's he going to lose the Universal title? And it's the same question. How does Asuka lose her title?
Yeah, exactly. How does she lose it? How? I think tonight would be the most acceptable, least, taking your torch to headquarters type way.
I don't think Nikki Cross is the one to do it, though. Yeah, I don't think Nikki Cross.
She's crazy, dude. She's nuts.
She's a character, but she's not like the next big thing, I don't think.
She's Enzo, but
that's not a compliment.
Enzo, what are you talking about? Get out of here, dude.
I think he's saying that's that level.
Enzo's never going to be a champion. Enzo was never NXT champion. Nikki Cross doesn't have to be NXT champion to one day maybe be Raw or SmackDown Women's Champion. Either one. Doesn't matter. I just don't think she beats Asuka. I'm trying to picture her.
It could be shenanigans, bro. There could be shenanigans. Is it an ODQ match?
Last
woman standing. So I think it is. Yeah, automatically, right? Yeah.
So who's to say that Peyton Royce doesn't come out, or Ruby Riott comes out, or even Ember Moon comes out and
I hate that character.
Spits green mist or something, or throws baby powder in her eyes or something.
She's a protege.
You know what I mean? But what's to say that some shenanigans don't happen, that she loses the belt and then she, goes on and feuds with whoever? Because you got to think about this too. If she retains the belt, then who the heck does she feud with? Just the number one contender?
Ember Moon or Ruby Riott again, or Peyton Royce, or the other one that she's friends with, or,
All right. Yeah, she has people to fight. I get that, but
why is it that NXT puts on these amazing matches, and every time you watch, you're like, "Oh my god, that was so good." But then the main roster, you only get those matches out of, AJ, KO. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of sprinkled. NXT, it's like every match you're like, wow. Except for that time Hideo Itami fought Bobby Roode. That was a good match.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I guess because Bobby Roode, man, I'm going back to Bobby Roode, just not being he's a great character, just not a great, awesome ring worker.
What don't you like about Bobby Roode?
Wait, what?
Bobby Roode. I said, what don't you
Kevin
like
Nash
about?
was a great character.
Wait, you guys are both saying the same thing. Twice in a row. No, I see what you're saying. No, Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash was a great character too. He just wasn't a good worker, man. I mean, like, but look how far he went. So I think maybe Bobby Roode can go that far too. I just don't. I like his character. I mean, love his character. Love his walkout. Love his mic skills. But in the ring, dude, he just gives me like this bad taste in his mouth. Dude, it's just like his pacing and it's just like really slow. It's I think someone on Twitter or somewhere on Cage Side like compared to Triple H, like Triple H's style. It's like very plodding, deliberate style. And it's just not for everyone. It's not maybe it's not that kind of style.
You don't like Triple H's style?
Sometimes his matches are really bad, dude. Like him and Randy Orton had a lot of bad matches. I'm trying to think recently. Him and Dean Ambrose. Well, no, it was a good match. Him and Roman Reigns had horrible chemistry.
I guess this is just us as adult wrestling fans now that we have watched it for so long and we're not little like fanboys. So we actually watch the matches for cool-ish, that is. And we judge it based on entertainment. And so if the match is slow, you're right. I guess it is boring. Like I never thought about that. Like with Triple H, I'm just used to the show. WrestleMania, Terminator entrances. I don't even pay attention to the match half the time. I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm like, oh, yeah, this, But now that I think about it, you're right. His matches are slow and plotting and deliberate. And there's not a sledgehammer involved, but this kind of boring.
He's the cerebral assassin, bro. That's his
Undertaker
gimmick.
with Shawn Michaels. That was good. You don't think?
I'd have to watch the match again. Be perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
match?
And him versus Undertaker, is really, really good. But it's made more Undertaker than Triple H. But yeah, I haven't seen a good. I mean, I can't think of a good Bobby Roode match in particular.
All right, in NXT, I'll give you that. In TNA, I think he's had some great matches.
He had some good matches in TNA.
Yeah,
he did.
Him and James Storm had some good matches. I remember, but yeah.
The Cowboy.
I can't really call, but hey, man, you don't need to be that. Look how far Triple H, look how far Kevin Nash have gone without being.
That's very true.
Like A+ ring worker. So
glorious.
Look at Jinder Mahal. I mean, a freaking Jinder Mahal. He's not good on the mic. He's not good at the ring. If he could be champion, then hell, Bobby Roode should damn well be champion.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Jinder Mahal, the Prince of Punjabi.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got to talk about the Punjabi prison match.
We got to talk about Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar. It's been like 2 episodes. We haven't.
Been a word.
Oh man! All right. Here's the remedy: we put Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar in the Punjabi prison match.
Why?
Why not, dude?
No.
It's already set up.
No. Those
like an octagon.
Those two need to fight for real. Paul Heyman's hyping this match. Paul Heyman has pretty much said this will not be a squash match. He said it's going to be a fight. He said that if Brock Lesnar ends up in the coquina clutch, he has a real problem on his hands. Joe's backed him into a wall. Joe sneak attacked him. Joe almost choked him out. I mean, he pretty much choked him out on Monday. Like, he turned him red and everything. But at the end of the day, we all know that Joe's just a filler. Even though I think WWE should pull the string or pull the idea, and they could put Joe over. He could be Universal Champion, but they won't because of Roman Reigns, which is really annoying. And I think this is a great rivalry. I think it'd be cooler. I would rather see Joe versus Brock Lesnar 2-3 times than I'd rather see Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. No. That's just my thought. What do y'all think about it?
Tommy.
Man, I was gonna say I'm kind of really liking this feud a lot more than I thought I would. I've really given Joe a lot of credit. I'm giving Heyman's on his game, Brock Lesnar's on his game, and Brock Lesnar's like getting his ass kicked by Joe like for two consecutive weeks, which like is surprising. He got ass kicked in that pull apart brawl, then he got sneak attacked and choked the hell out 2 nights ago. So I'm digging it, man. I'm really excited to see what kind of chemistry they have in the ring, and I kind of want them to drag it out to SummerSlam. I'd love to see Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe get a chance on the big stage and not rush it and have Brock Lesnar versus Strowman or Brock Lesnar versus Reigns at SummerSlam. Give Samoa Joe a chance, man. I think he's proven it the last couple of weeks that he's stepping his game up and he's going toe to toe with Lesnar, man. So if they have a good match at Great Balls of Fire, then I kind of want to see him carry it over into SummerSlam, see what they can do.
He's choked out like 3 of the last world and or Universal Champions, maybe even 4. Did he choke out Rollins?
He did, yeah.
Okay, so Rollins, Lesnar, Reigns, and Finn Balor. He's choked all of them out. Like, what more do you...
I agree with Tommy.
Man.
Like, it should go into like a sequel, even a trilogy match. I could see that.
Dude, you could build that as like a prize fight.
Dude,
come on.
Samoa Joe is formidable,
MMA,
man. Like, he is a tough opponent, you know? And I, for a while, we were scared about how he was being booked and what he would do, but this is the perfect time for him to shine. Like, Paul Heyman, he's got a point. It's not going to be a squash match. That could be a long match, a really good long match between Joe and Lesnar. I mean, Joe is probably going to take, we should take bets. We should take picks. How many suplexes does Joe take? I say he takes 5.
Oh, man. He's got to, depends how quick the match is, but yeah, I think I'll take the over on that, man.
Take the over?
Yeah.
All right.
I definitely, like, you got to remember, Brock Lesnar's been getting beat up, and they haven't had a match. It was a sneak attack and a pull apart. He's going to be hungry. Joe's going to be hungry too, but Joe's not a suplexer, so he's going to take some suplexes. He's going to have to take.
I would love to see Brock Lesnar take a muscle buster, dude.
Oh, that would be dope.
He'd break his neck, man. Break his neck like Tyson Kidd, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be so sick.
He's too big.
This could be a really awesome feud. I don't really want to see Roman, and we're like, all I hear in the on the internet is Roman Reigns versus Lesnar by like WrestleMania 30, whatever year we're on. I don't even know what year we're on.
34.
I'm like, I don't want to see that. I don't. Roman Reigns, you should be in the Intercontinental title picture or something else for now.
TV title picture.
I just don't want to see it yet. I don't know, but I know you're the new face that of WWE, but I like seeing all these other guys. I like seeing Samoa Joe. I've already seen you versus Lesnar. I don't want to see you right now. I don't want to see you at SummerSlam. You can come back at like Survivor Series. You can win the title then. I won't care at that point. But right now, like, stay out of the way, you know? And plus, you keep getting beat up by Braun Strowman. You got beaten up like in the last 2 weeks. You got thrown into an ambulance. How are you Superman? How are you getting up and fighting and then becoming universal? And how are you the number 1 contender? How does that even happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, Braun Strowman's like a face now that he came back. He's like, clearly, I mean, he's getting cheered so much beating up Roman Reigns. He can make a whole career just beating up over Roman Reigns for the rest of his career.
Yeah, basically. He doesn't even need a belt. He just, anything Roman Reigns does, he just shows up and says, I'm not finished with you yet. He just throws him into something.
Oh, God, man. I hope this happens like 10 years from now.
That's the best catchphrase. I'm not done with you yet.
It should be on a shirt, man. It should start showing those shirts. I'm not done with you yet. Just a big picture of Roman, Braun Strowman, if it's like pointing or something, and his beard. That'd be a great shirt.
I'd buy it.
Yeah,
I would totally.
When should those two fight for the Universal title?
Wait, what? Wait, who? What?
Strowman and Reigns
for the Universal title,
winning the title from Reigns, because Reigns is going to be Universal champ between now and WrestleMania. We have to accept that, unfortunately.
Are you sure? Lesnar's not going to keep the belt till then.
Okay, fine. Then at WrestleMania, Reigns will be Universal
God, that would
champion.
piss me off so much, dude. Freaking Brock Lesnar did another year of having the belt. Oh, didn't he already do that 2 years ago?
Yeah, but this is the Universal Championship now, so it's different. It's red.
Stupid, dude.
It's completely different. It's red.
My God,
this is a whole different roster.
Pokemon Gold, bro. Same game.
He's supposed to fight.
He's starting Pikachu now.
He's supposed to fight them all: Joe, Reigns, Balor, Rollins. You know, all of them.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I heard. So I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to do that, especially when he's part timer.
Yeah. Win title, win match, go home. Be with Sable, come back, beat somebody up, go home again.
Eat some Jimmy John's.
Eat some Jimmy John's, wear their T-shirt, come back. Yeah. But yeah, I like Joe and Lesnar. Back to that. Couple pay-per-views out of them.
Yeah, man. Make it a trilogy. That would be cool. Joe is good, dude. Joe is tough. Joe is the guy, dude. Joe is the man. Samoa Joe's wearing the same ring attire forever.
He pretty much put himself in SummerSlam in the main event. Like he just went out there and was like, I'm the number one contender because this is my yard. And no one said anything. They just let it happen. So what does that mean? Like he's number one contender? Can they turn that into like a triple threat match? What happens?
They very well could do whatever they want. It's just whether or not Angle decides it, you know?
Well, because the fans are gonna boo. They just I try to look and listen for like cheers. Sometimes the fans cheer Reigns, but he gets booed so much, and I think that's what's making it hard. Because I don't dislike him. It's just there's too many boos, and I'm like, I'm just tired of listening to people boo this guy. Like he's supposed to be over, and they're just not letting him be over. His lines have gotten, I think, better. He said something like, "You guys will like this," and it was. I don't even know what he said. It was something about him getting beat up. So, and they cheered that, you know?
Freaking.
What if they turn him face? Or what if they just reform the Shield? Can the Shield reform? Maybe that'll make him cool.
What if they just change his gimmick to be like a Joseph Park spinoff?
Yeah. Why? He bumps his head and he comes back as a lawyer.
Yeah, dude, why not? And he's searching for his brother Abyss.
He's searching for his brother Roman.
Yeah, dude.
This is so bad. TNA would do something that dumb. They would. They would. TNA would do it. Oh god.
Oh good.
They took a really attractive blonde, and she's been wearing the same wedding dress for like 3 months. She has like Joker makeup on her face, and she's drunk because she got screwed at the altar. That's their creative. And then their announcers are in like a feud with each other. Also part of their creative.
Oh man, Jeremy Borash and what's his face?
Josh Matthews.
Yeah, that's it. That's
most punchable face in wrestling.
Most punchable
Something
face.
like that.
Oh my gosh.
And then somehow Scott Steiner's involved in that feud.
Oh god, that's great. Well, that's probably the best part of that feud. I'd have to assume.
So
speaking of,
No,
go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just thinking we haven't even asked a question of the day.
No.
No, I didn't have one, man. There's no outline. We just ran into this thing. I don't have a question. Nothing. Question of the day is what the question of the day should be for next week's episode.
What now for Enzo and Big Cass then?
What?
Enzo and Cass.
I guess the question of the day is where they break question of the day. So you can think about this one and simmer on it for the next 60 seconds and then answer at the end of the show. Coming in a minute. What was Enzo and Cass? Were they broken up too soon? Did WWE pull the trigger on this? Would you like to see them as a tag team longer and maybe string that out a little more? So we'll take that at the end of the episode, which is right now.
Right now. Oh no, we didn't even do a soapbox.
Oh, dude, our banter was so good.
Yeah.
Just the 60 minutes of straight banter.
Basically, we covered everything from LeVar Ball to
slippers in the club.
TNA and slippers in the club.
Oh my god! So here's a question to our fans. Then, if you're listening to the show, do you like having the show outlined, or do you enjoy this off the rails nonsense? Let us know. We'll post the question on the Facebook. But to answer the question, I'm sad that Enzo and Cass are broken up. I understand and I get it, right? Enzo, you suck. You are a terrible wrestler. You always get your ass beat. And you talk great game, but you I get it, dude. So I'm interested to see where his singles character goes, and I'm very excited to see where Cass goes. It's just a bummer, but it had to happen at some point. I don't think you could drag on an Enzo Cass until the next WrestleMania. You know, there had to be a split somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of good. Maybe that is a sign that it was a good breakup because it's pulling on people's like emotions a little bit. Like, man, like you legitimately feel bad for Enzo. Like he lost his gravy train right there. It's like, where is he gonna go after this, man? So, I think maybe it was a good breakup because it had people shocked and it had people, at least having people an opinion on it. It wasn't like anyone was like lukewarm on it. They were either hot on it or cold on it. So I mean, it was a good time.
Theron, T-Monies?
I guess I agree with the people that said they liked the idea of the breakup. Do we all like the breakup?
I'm okay with it. I don't like it, but I understand. I get it.
I feel for the character of Enzo because I remember them in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
That was 2 years ago, if that. And I was like, oh, okay, they're cool. Like, I like them. It's kind of Jersey Shore, but it's not Jersey Shore, but it is. And remember, Carmella was part of them back in NXT, which is why she's with Big Cass. And I was just like, I like this swag right here. This is cool. This is a little refreshing. It's Jersey Shore, but it was cool. And then they weren't winning the tag titles down there, and I was like, and I think that I saw them lose 2 times. Then they move up. And for like the first few months, I was like, all right, that's WFT, soft, blah, 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 all these different one-liners. But then the one-liners and the jokes from Enzo they weren't as funny anymore. But then they got a little bit funnier. Then they start this fake beat-up thing. And I was just like, all right, well, it sucks for Enzo because it's like, who's going to spell soft? Who's going to back him up? What does he do? I mean, he doesn't wait. He's only like 5'11", so don't put and please don't put him in the cruiserweight division. I hope that's not what they're gonna do with him.
Oh,
but for Cass, guys are the limit. But at the same time, it's not. It just doesn't seem right yet because Cass. Now you jump into the Universal title picture with all the other big people. Like, there's too many other people right now in that picture. So where do you go? I guess you go in. Maybe you can go in the Intercontinental title picture for a little bit. I don't know. I just feel bad for Enzo. You know, he was crying. I felt his tears. I felt his pain.
Dude, that was sad, man.
You know, and then like Cass is like, "Oh, I'm sorry," yada yada yada. Like, we're not breaking up. Just kidding. We are breaking up. And then on top of that, you have like other team, like DIY just broke up. It's like almost like the Fat Boys, man. It's like that line from Jay-Z. First the Fat Boys break up. Now every day I wake up. That's what I feel. You know, I just don't. I want to see what happens now. I really want to see what happens with Enzo. Cass can do whatever he needs to. I just want to see what happens with Enzo. You know,
I think that's a very valid question. Where does he go in his singles career? Who does Enzo Amore become?
Yeah, man, that's tough.
Does he get a
tall mountain to climb?
What was that there?
Does he become the new underdog, like the next? Not Rey Mysterio because he can't really wrestle. But that character, the little engine that could?
It could be, yeah. I guess it feels. I mean, he's good. He's gonna be in a good place because he's gonna definitely be the face in that feud with Big Cass.
Do the fans like him? Besides us three, do the fans like him?
I think so.
I think he's got a lot of sympathy going for himself right now. So it depends how he comes back, and I guess his first like interview or whatever after is gonna be key.
If Carmella wasn't where Carmella was right now. Or even they could do it with Alexa Bliss too. It doesn't matter. It would be interesting if Enzo in a revenge. Let's say Carmella. This is fantasy booking. She'd have to come to Raw. She'd have to side with her man, and then Enzo, as a revenge plot, like steals her. Or Cass lands Alexa Bliss. And Enzo steals her.
I don't want to get any girls involved in this because every time Enzo talks to women, it's just gross.
Enzo!
Or does he just continue getting beat up because Vince McMahon likes seeing Enzo getting beat up because he takes bumps like a rag doll? That's probably what'll happen.
He does bump really well.
He's Dolph Ziggler level already, bumping.
Or does he become a member of the Wyatt resurgence? We're just trying to think of stuff for Enzo to do now.
You're just killing him. You're really trying to kill that character.
Or does he join the Titus brand?
Oh my god! Actually,
the Mr. Raj.
Or he could join. No, man, he's too big of a character for the Mr.
With both apples.
Dude, Titus brand. I could see him. on Titus brand.
Yeah,
that'd be good for Titus.
that's the best angle for Dallas and Axel in a long time since the Misfits or whatever, the Outcasts.
Oh gosh.
Oh God, man. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he could just be by himself, but it just the music won't be the same. He's by himself.
He's gonna be a emo Enzo.
Yeah, who does he become, dude?
He could be no face paint, none of that. He just wears all black with all black retro, like different Jordans, like retro 8s, 9s, 4s, 3s, all black every week. Doesn't speak and just wins matches.
Oh, perfect. Beautiful. I love it. Just win matches. You don't have to say a word. Just win matches.
And then Roman Reigns does an open Universal Championship challenge at, like, I don't know, Survivor Series or something stupid, some knockoff pay-per-view, and he shows up and he wins, but then he loses the next night on Raw to somebody random. Something like that.
Sure.
All right. I hope that pans out.
It won't, but
oh my goodness.
I just want to know what happens to him, man. Like, obviously he's going to be Enzo for this feud, right?
Yeah.
With Big Cass.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't know if he's going to win this feud though, you know. But
he is.
There's no
Cass
way
is a bigger
he
star.
wins.
Yeah. But he should because he's the face.
Yeah, but Vince McMahon really likes Big Cass. Apparently, like, he likes the idea. It's just there's so many big, like, Strowman, Cass, Reigns.
It's just gonna be heartbroken or heartbroken Enzo, is how it's gonna turn out. He's gonna lose the match, and then exactly, becomes emo. He just becomes sad. Joins the Wyatt family.
Girls just constantly try to get involved with him, and he just disses them all.
Yeah, I don't know.
He just keeps dissing them because he's just like, I don't have the heart to deal with you. I guess I'm a little soft. I don't know.
Right. Oh, what a great way to end this episode. Thank you so much for listening to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. Hey, tell your friends, tell your family. If you're a pro wrestling fan, check us out. Check out all our pages, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe on iTunes, Podbean. You can find us in a lot of places. Chat with us, send us messages, all that good stuff. Thank you for listening to the show.
And then he says SAWF. And then he just starts crying every time.
So sad, dude.